Hi guys, welcome everybody. Yes, again today is October 12th, 2024. Ibrahim. Um, let's watch the speech of the APC's women leader, Miss Mariama Low. I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it with you guys. So we're all gonna watch it together, and then I'll make my analysis. So let's watch it in real time together. If anything, you guys know that in Sierra Leone currently we have a stalemate. We had an elections last year, June 24th, 2023. Until this day, we haven't gotten the results from the election, and we are calling for rerun elections. And the international community and a lot of stakeholders are involved. The current illegal president does not want to stand down. The opposition has an opposition within the opposition that is actually supporting the president, the illegal president, who does not want to stand down, because the members of parliament, the members of the Freetown City Council, and all the councils across Sierra Leone, all they have to do is step aside and step down from their various roles and responsibilities, and it would bring the government to a standstill. Therefore, that would necessitate a quick rerun elections. Now, that's how they would announce Sierra Leone. So I just want you guys to understand. I'm speaking Creole and English for my African brothers and sisters and members of the international community. So if you hear me break sometimes into patois, maybe I'm just trying to get my brothers and sisters back home to really comprehend what I'm saying. But we are going to analyze this together. Like I said again, recently, the women's wing of the APC, All People's Congress Party in Sierra Leone, they actually won the elections. And thank God for the flag bearer who has stood his ground. He has been left alone by himself to take the position to say, yes, the APC party wants to rerun elections. That is the catchword. I don't want nothing else, electoral justice and this and that. We want to rerun elections. Because an election that does not have a result, that tells you automatically that it is null and void. Therefore, the only way we can have democracy restored again in Sierra Leone is for us to have a rerun elections. I don't want to mix the messages. It is straightforward, straight to the point, easy. That's what it is. Let's not make it complicated. All right? All right. So let's listen to Mariama Low. She's the women's leader for the APC party. I'm going to start it here. Let's listen to it together.
Thank you very much for that clearly. So now we move to the welcome address. When another person for the president for the APC Women's Congress, when Madam Amalo will give you the welcome address.
Good afternoon. I want to welcome you all for this historic first Women's Congress conference under my leadership. I tell you, thank you.
Again, guys, if you're just joining, this is the women's leader for the APC party, Mariama Low. And we're going to listen to the speech because what she did, apparently the idea was to bring the executive together so they can have an understanding as to what is actually happening. Because you hear this say that says that, this is saying this. Some say they're dusted, it's done and dusted. But Dr. Samar Kamara is saying that I want to rerun elections. It is the position of the APC party. You have the chairman of the APC party who is like, it's just, you would think is deaf and dumb. But these people have been compromised so heavily that there's nothing he can do, especially the chairman of the APC, Minkailo. I call him Minkailo Mumu Mansare, because we all know what Mumu means. He doesn't speak. The only time you hear these people speak is where there's music playing and there's some, entertainment going on. But you would never hear them take serious interviews internationally. BBC, Voice of America, Al Jazeera, all of that, right? So Mariama Low, the idea was for the women to come and ask these guys the question, what is happening to our democracy? APC won the elections. What is going on? That was like the theme of this old conference that they had. All right? It was a one-day thing. But let's listen. Let's listen together.
We will not travel from afar, some near or kind of this occasion. Mr. Chairman, Deputy Chairman, Mr. Secretary, the National Secretary General, the Leader of Parliament, the 2023 flag bearer, all regional representative, district representative, constituency representative, affiliate groups, bloggers, diaspora representative, all members of parliament, council members.
Again, remember, they told me that she spoke very well, so I haven't listened to her. This is my first time listening, because at this point, for me, everybody's a suspect. All of these guys, minus Dr. Samora Kamara, who has been calling for the rerun elections, who has a speech out there, everybody knows he has been asking for rerun elections. That is the position of the APC. So let's listen together live, together. I want to, in real time, I want to listen to her, and I'm going to be able to tell whether or not she's genuine. Because the reason is this: I've listened to her over the past, a couple of months ago. She put out some messages energizing the base, asking for, the restoration of our democracy. Very positive messages from her, even though she's based in the diaspora, right? But so let us listen together live. I want to be able to listen to this in real time so I can make it, all of them. Matter of fact, the whole press conference, I've not listened to none of them. So in real time, I'm going to listen to them, and then we analyze with it and talk together, all right? Because Sierra Leone, at this particular point in time, everybody's a suspect.
The grassroots, the backbone of this party, are welcome now all by this meeting. This conference, the purpose of this conference will be elaborated by we Secretary Madam Bernadette Kabo.
Okay, so you see the purpose of this conference would be elaborated by Bernadette Kagbo. If I'm correct, Bernadette Kagbo, I think it's Beatrice. I don't want to mistake Bernadette for Beatrice. Beatrice was the lawyer who was part of the tripartite. Bernadette Kagbo, I'm not sure. So we'll see. But she says that person, Bernadette Kagbo, is going to give us the purpose of this conference. But she's going to go ahead with her own speech, Mariama. We'll listen together, and then we'll make the analysis. Let's listen to her.
Make a begin for comment the party where you increase the woman participation. Now we political discourse.
And I'm not a fan for just including women into our political discourse, but at the end of the day, are they effective? That is the fundamental question, right? It's not just because they are women, so we want to give them positions. How effective are they? So today in Sierra Leone, I don't see that. Except for there's a lady called Mabinti Fona. Even her, it was a one-time thing. She went to ECOWAS Parliament, tried to talk about the tripartite and everything that was happening at the time when Abdul Kagbo, who was the elections, but he took a fight against Guinea-Bissau instead of actually just fighting Marabio, who stole the elections from the APC. But Mabinti Fona stood out and spoke up, about what was actually happening at the ECOWAS Parliament. You guys that follow us from various platforms will understand exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't, then you might not understand this. But ECOWAS Parliament, but let's not take that away from. I don't want to get into all of that. Let's focus on this, right? So just because we want women to, get involved or give away, that was what the SLPP passed. Just because they are women does not mean that's why we want them to. Are they effective in their roles? And I don't see that at all. I don't see that. But anyways, let's listen.
We applaud now. The 30% where they give we don't thoroughly utilize them. And now we ask for more. The representation where they give like the national executive, the regional executive, the district executive, the constituency executive, the parliament, and the council. We don't prove to una say we women them. We can be good leaders. I want to say congratulations to all we the women them where they in leadership would have don't make me proud. Congratulations. Mr. Chairman, if this party continue to be the party where they empower women them in politics, we dey ask say make una not hesitate for give me the more we am dey talk about. We not just want title. We want make una believe in we with responsibilities and una believe say we can perform responsibilities and if that be the case, equality is critical by this conference here so today. Not so. We all aware say this past year the party don't face severe challenges. Now we struggle for bring power and freedom to the people then. Due to the 2023 controversial elections. The outcome of the elections.
It don't begin talk because she was doing all the pleasantries. I think we don't begin talk now. I don't begin hearing kind of a language for your controversial elections. Okay, let's go. It's a step forward. Let's listen.
Don't pose serious threats to the unity of the party.
Okay. That is a fact. Because the APC is sharply divided. And you all know that if you've been listening to me on WhatsApp, particularly so, you hear me talk about the EJP, Equal Justice Party, the party that's going to replace both SLPP and APC. Because these people want to take us for granted. So she's getting somewhere. Let's listen.
As woman there of this great party, with a call for unity.
All right, she's calling for unity. All right. Okay. I mean, everybody wants unity, right? But unity can only happen in a situation where there is justice, when everybody's treated fairly and properly. So let's listen to what our strategy is. How are we going to get to this unity? How are we going to get to this unity? Oh, listen, man. It's this clap in Africa. This clap.
And unity now the principle to the cause of this conference.
Okay, so this conference is about unity. The women of the APC political party wants to bring unity in the party. That is the purpose of this conference. Okay.
There is no gainsaying that the fight within the party is ill spirited. We the women then, we represent peace. And we the women then, we ready and prepare to ensure say peace actualized on the party. We dey call on the leadership, stakeholders, the rank and file for divert all the energy when they waste for disrespect the leaders of this party, now social media and other media outlets, for make them galvanize that the energy there for big peace now the party.
That is a big flop there. That is the absolute nonsense in the first place. Talking about disrespecting. You see, this is the problem in Africa. When you have corrupt leaders like these ones, they won an election. And they said, no, we won the election, but we want to move forward. And when you have people like myself coming here and telling these guys the hard facts, because I'm not talking about the words that are using abusive languages to abuse their mothers and all of that, right? Nobody's condoning that. But have you ever heard any of these guys coming out here to condemn people that are actually using invectives, abusing people's mothers? No. The only politician in Sierra Leone that I know that has come out to widely condemn, outrightly condemn people using abusive language for him is Alimami Petito Kuroma, who was part of the tripartite committee. That is a conversation for another day. But none of these guys, never heard them come out to condemn, the invectives and stuff. But this is nonsense from Mariama talking about unity and telling people to stop disrespecting. This is the problem right there. But let's continue to listen. The speech is ongoing. Like I said, this is in real time, right? I'm analyzing this in real time. But this nonsense about unity or respecting the leaders, respect is reciprocal. If the leaders want respect, they should treat their people with respect. The people of Sierra Leone went out to vote, especially the APC supporters. They stole the elections. But you have these useless leaders that are sitting there. And the word useless in itself means you're not useful. You have these useless leaders sitting there, not fighting for the democratic votes and rights of the people, not protecting the civil liberties of the people, especially APC supporters. But yet when people come out and say these things, they say disrespect. So that's nonsense. That's crap coming from Mariama there. But let's continue to listen. Maybe I'll get something good out of that. Let's see where she's going with this.
APC na big party. We not dey worry about the numbers because we get the numbers.
Oh no, Mariama, don't fool yourself. This theatrics that you guys have going on, think about the numbers. You've disappointed people of Sierra Leone. You've disappointed APC supporters. Democracy is dead in Sierra Leone. The people of APC have lost faith in democracy. So it's going to take a lot. And the only thing that's going to save the APC is for Dr. Samura Kamara to be reinstated as president of Sierra Leone because he won that elections. Other than that, the APC does not have the numbers. So don't fool yourself, Mariama. I know everybody's around you and you're trying to project this positive image. I get it. But the reality is this. The numbers are not there anymore. Let's go.
But one thing I will say also today, we not will win if we're not united.
Mariama, first of all, again, it's late coming in the game. People like you. Because you only, elected as women's leader during the convention, so you were not there. You didn't have a position, within an executive position within the party. At least let me put it that way. So that's why maybe you did not speak in a capacity. But I don't have an executive position within the APC, but I've been active in my democracy. I've been active in Sierra Leone's democracy. Mariama, where were you all these years, for 5 years, when the APC was in parliament? Even when Adrian Fisher, dissolved the executive of the APC, where were you? When the APC members of parliament were acting a fool in parliament, passing all the bad laws, where were you? You see, so these things that you guys come here and talk about, we cannot win if there's no unity. Come on, where were you all these years? What have you done? What did you say? Give us what you said back then when you saw APC where the leader of the opposition was dancing with ECSL when they announced the registration 15 days, Mariama. What did you say then? Don't tell me because, you were probably fighting to have the executive position, because if you had said anything at that point, you would not have the position that you have. So you play a fool and just played with things until you get the position that you got. But I'll continue for listening. I don't want to take this away from what I want to listen. Oh, listen together.
And if peace not there within us.
How peaceful in a political party where they win elections? They said they don't want them victory. Whilst the people continue to suffer. Mariama might be enjoying peace, but the average Sierra Leonean does not enjoy peace. They don't have freedom of speech. Section 25 of the Constitution, the freedoms to your expression of your freedoms to your expression and that of the media, the rights to free speech. It's not there. Freedom to be able to assemble and associate. It is not there. APC supporters are locked up in prisons across the country. So maybe you are enjoying peace, Mariama, but the people of Sierra Leone, APC supporters, are not enjoying peace at all. Let's listen.
We believe, say, that peace day. For believe in that peace day, we for be sincere, we for be truthful. 2023 election don't come, it don't pass. Some people they say they bottom of what we ate. When I saw it be, now the responsibility of the leaders then to speak truthfully to we, the people of this party.
I like that. Even though she's asking a question, she's not affirmative. She's not definitive. She's not assertive. To say, I know, for example, she should say, instead of just saying, now so you be, they say they pass the ball over we for 2023 elections. I'd expect them for like say, we know say the elections of June 24, 2023 was won by the APC, but what is the executive doing to this point? But again, you know about the way we talk, so I can understand. So now it's say, let the leaders they talk too. I like that part there. Let's go.
We can be honest. We can be sincere.
It said, let it be honest, let it be sincere. Now listen.
We never say we want to move forward when we don't know what's going to happen.
Thank you. Now she's talking. How you would say for move forward, we don't know what's happening. And this is what this executive told us. They said done and dusted. The PRO of the APC said done and dusted. The chairman, the MD secretary, the deputy chairman, they all man, everybody's coming and saying, oh, we have to prepare ourselves. We have to multitask. We should not just be fighting for electoral justice. Let's prepare. Let's register people again and this and that and all that nonsense. Everything is on standstill. Everything is on hold until we get the results or the rerun of the elections of June 24, 2023. Nothing else is going to move. Nothing else is going to change. But she is talking. Let's listen. She's making some sense now. Instead of be honest, let them be sincere. And they call on the leadership of the party, saying for be honest and be sincere. Let's listen.
The people that the party, that they learn, that they serve for information from what we've done these elections. We they wait, but then they can't tell me what did they go on, how we can move on. And we're not going to talk about peace. We're not talk about unity. We're not talk about peace and unity. We're not talk about justice.
She's making sense now. She's making sense now. Let's listen. There can be no peace and unity without justice. She's making sense. Hi. I think the sweet stop done. Now let's see. I think she's getting into it deep. Let's see. Oh, Africa. Africa. These idiots will not listen.
Justice. Now for me they tell we deserve them as people of this party. For now we know what did they happen so that we will move forward. And if that be the case, the outcome of this deliberation by we the women them across the country, we they sit down today, we talk to ourselves. Let me know what is that we paying. Let me know how to push this party go forward. When APC day in opposition, now we, the people there, now we all there in opposition, the entire country there in opposition. When APC day in opposition, now we the woman there, now we the suffer. Today, we tell God thank you. We're going to bring with us up today. Lord, we can see ourselves. Lord, we talk to ourselves. Lord, we know how we will put ourselves together. And Lord, we present a position paper to the leadership of the party where it will contain with all views how we see how we want this party to go before. So, with that being the case, the position paper by God power we will present on tomorrow, 10 o'clock to the leadership. I want for one more time, welcome now all. May God bless you. We pray for a peaceful deliberation. Welcome, thank you.
All right. So overall, of course, The pleasantries were there, boku boku, thank you to this, thank you to the chairman, then thank you to everybody, and this and that. But at the end of it, I think she crowned the message overall with the kind of language and verbiage that some of us are looking for. The level of seriousness that it deserves at a time like this, because this leadership, the executive of the APC, they don't deserve to be there. This is the worst executive you can ever think of or ask for in any political party across the world. Within Africa, of course, not to talk. The APC executive is the weakest opposition across the world and including within Africa itself. Within West Africa, it is the weakest executive any political party could ask for, the APC executive in Sierra Leone. It is the weakest executive of any political party on the face of planet Earth. I've never heard of an executive across the world that will win an election and just sit by aloof. Again, thank God for the flag bearer of the party, Dr. Samora Kamara, who has stood out and said, you know what? No, I'm not going to let this go. I'm going to stand up and fight for electoral justice. I mean, if you watched the previous live that I did, I played a short snippet of his speech that he gave after the Tripartite Committee came up with the report. So Mariama, as the women's leader, taking this initiative is great. But again, is it just these one-offs? Like I said again, after the elections, and I know I heard some voice messages, WhatsApp messages from her, Mariama, and calling on the youths and the grassroots and the women to stand up, defend democracy. She was on the side of Dr. Samora Kamara, so I get it. And so the fact that she called this, it is great. This is beautiful. I like this. So she called on the leadership to, be honest, be sincere with the people, because they've been playing hanky-panky. They've been very corrupt. I mean, people have been saying they collected money from the illegal SLPP government. We don't have evidences of that. So I don't speak on stuff I don't know. But I can tell you there is compromise. You can tell when people are compromised. Because where else would you go where a political party won an election, but the opposition that actually won the election, they are telling you that, no, let's move forward. We don't want this victory. We're going to wait for the next elections. We won this one. They're telling us that, hey, we won this election, but we don't want this election. We're going to wait for the next elections. Where would you go across the planet that you would see something like that? I don't think any other, I don't think any other country exists where the opposition says, we know we won this election, but we want to move on. So great speech from Mariama at this press conference. I think this is beautiful. And I think I give it to her. She started off, like I said, in real time. I'm going with, because I don't believe in all the pleasantries, but in real time, I think she hit all the, the points that she should home in, not as fervently as I would have loved, but at least she did it with respect and grace, but has called on the leadership for them to show sincerity, for them to give a sense of direction, because she believes that there's no way they can have justice if there's no peace and unity within the party. If there's no peace, no unity, there'll be, if there's no justice, there'll be no peace, there'll be no unity. So justice is the key. And the people that went out to vote, precious moments and times that they took, the pain that they undergo, the pain that they underwent just to register, it was a hassle for a lot of these people. But we saw the opposition in parliament at the time, Cherno Majuba, sat there whilst the SLPP was terrorizing their voters, because the plan they had all along was to give Marabio a second term. So good job, Mariama, on that. I think you closed it up very nicely with that message. I don't know who the next speaker is, but let's see who the next speaker is on this one. Clapping continues. Africa. All right. This guy in the yellow is the chairman of the APC. This one looking at you with the yellow kaftan. The guy he is the most useless chairman of any political party on the face of the earth. This one. They stole an election from that party. This man has never taken an interview, not even with the local radio stations, to talk about what happened. But they will tell you, oh, the party structure. Oh, we have a tripartite. That's it. So they use all of that to cover up. They cannot even come out and give speeches. This man cannot even come out with vehemence and condemn Madabio. I've never heard him say Madabio. I've never heard that word in his vocabulary to say Madabio, President Bio is a thief, is a criminal, he killed our people. The ICC should prosecute him. I've never heard this chairman. He's the most useless chairman you can ever find. So if Mariama Lo, if that's what you mean to say we're disrespecting these guys, then hey, you got it coming. When you're useless, Mariama Lo. If anybody is useless, they are useless. You have to be useful. We all have a job to do. Mariama Lo, I'm sure you have a job in the United States of America. Don't show up to your job. Or when you show up at your job, don't do your job. You'll be fired in a heartbeat. You know why? Because you're becoming useless to the organization. And if you're useless to the organization, you're no longer useful. So the organization will kick you out. And that is what these guys are. They are useless to the APC as a political party. They are useless to democracy. They are useless to the life of our Sierra Leonean people. They are useless to our very existence. They are useless for generations yet unborn. So when we say the word useless, they are useless. It is a fact because they are not effective. Who's the next speaker? Let's see.
They want to be like that. So if that be the case, we know they will take care of me. And we are resting and we don't talk. It's all about peace. It's all about justice. It's all about unity and empathy. And the most important thing when people understand better, you talk say for giving them more opportunities. So they call the Secretary General for the Women's Congress for giving the purpose. Let's make we get an act today. Let's make Women's Congress for giving an act today. We need to know, Madam Secretary.
All right. So she's the Secretary General of the Women's Congress, Bernadette Kagbo. Let's listen to her real quick. I tell you what, guys, I don't want to mix this. I'm going to let this live go. But I want to thank you all, by the way. Afiz Lookman, thank you guys from YouTube here. That's from Afiz, the only comment. But I want to thank you guys, okay? Every one of you watching right now, I'm going to come back. Let me do a quick run. And I'm going to come back and continue where I stopped with this because my goal is to, between now and Monday, go through all of these, listen to all the speakers, and then analyze them in real time. Because I don't want to listen to them separately. I'm gonna analyze their speeches in real time. So I'm gonna leave this right here. Okay, share. Make sure you share if you're on Facebook. It's easier there. Just make sure you share on your pages so people would hear this. But democracy is gonna be saved in Sierra Leone. I can guarantee you that. We're going to fight to save democracy in Sierra Leone. We're going to ensure the will of the people, stands the test of time in Sierra Leone. We're going to prove to these guys that democracy works. And we're going to be the gatekeepers to prove that democracy works. And that is why we're here to watch them. Let me tell you, this whole thing about the electoral justice that we are seeking, the rerun elections that we are asking for, if the members of parliament could just walk away from parliament right now, and the Freetown City Council and all the other councils across the country, if APC can withdraw all their members from those positions, it will bring the government, this illegal government, to its knees, cripple them, and then you'll see where everybody will be on their toes to make sure that we have that rerun elections that we seek. This matter will be resolved in a day. But because they have sold out, they're criminals, they're crooks and thieves, that's why they still take their positions in parliament. And at the Freetown City Council. But like I said, I'll come back, okay? And we'll continue this conversation. All right, everybody. I'll see you shortly. All right.